Okay. I think I got it on. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for everybody to get on. Okay, got all my trusty little notes here. Hi, everybody. Let's see. It's not yet 1 o'clock, so we'll give it just another minute or so and then we'll get started. Can everybody hear me? Hi, Eula. Let me open this chat because, okay. Hi, Vicky. I'm also horrible at, hopefully we don't lose everybody. I think last time I did one, my internet went out a couple times. So if I lose you, just jump back on. I'll get back on as soon as my service. I live out in the country, so it's really, the service isn't the best. Okay. So happy Thursday. Yay. It's getting towards the end of the week. It's getting towards the end of the month. Lots of things to do. So I'm just going to go over today. I'm just going to kind of just jump into some things to do that I normally do every single day. So I'm kind of off a little bit because I normally have like most of this done early in the morning, but I wanted to save some of it to do with you guys. So, and some of you may already have a lot of your stuff done too. And that's okay. We'll just follow along. And then if anybody has any questions, you can just type in your questions in the chat. And then we can always unmute ourselves later and ask questions too. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do and interact, we want to make an interactive post. Most of the time I go into my team chat and I always give them something to post in the mornings or something like that. So I want to do an interactive post and they're really easy. You can find these anywhere. You can find them on Google, you can find them in Pinterest, you can find them just around. A lot of the ones are popping up from like last year. So like the Halloween, the pumpkin spice ones, things like that. I found one today. So you guys can just go, just find you one of those real quick. Like this one I found just a little bit ago. Like, when does your tree go up? I'm sure like one of my girls, Miranda, she probably already has her tree up or is getting pretty darn close. So, but anyway, these are just fun because not everybody is always going to answer like all of our things that we post, but these are really fun. They get people in the mood. They kind of comment on them. You get a lot more activity on certain posts like that. So let's go make an interactive post. And if you want to hashtag it, hashtag True Power Hour, and then we can search hashtag True Power Hour, and then we can go comment on each everybody's and kind of get some interaction going. And so then once we do our interactive post at the end of the hour, we're going to go make a different post on our wall, because what this does too, it gets people commenting on your wall and stuff, and people that you might not have seen for a long time. So then after you make this post, then they're going to see your next post. Well, that's the plan. That's how it usually or was working. So yep, so let's take just a couple minutes and let's go. I just made one right before I got on. Okay, perfect. So if you want to just go back to that, Jenny, maybe, and just hashtag it True Power Hour, and then we'll all, like I said, we'll search that, and then we'll try to go comment on each other's too. Oops, well, let me go make mine. So like this is how I did mine. I just did a candy corn one, and then I put, oh, it's that time of year. I'm definitely a heart. Which one are you? And comment below, and then hashtag True Power Hour. I love candy corn. So then post it. Okay, perfect. And yep, just come back here and comment done when you're done, and then we'll just take a couple more minutes just to go like find everybody's and like comment on those. And this one's okay. A lot of other people are going to comment on these ones. So if you can't find everybody's to go comment, that's okay. But at the post we're going to make at the end of the Power Hour, we want to make sure that we go give love on those posts. And if we're not finding you, you can even copy your link and just put it in the chat here, and we could find it from clicking on there too, and then we can go comment. Okay, I see some dones. I've got Brenda on here today. This is her first Power Hour, so that's exciting. And she's just going through training too. So Brenda, it's okay if you get a little lost with us. We can go over things too. So if you have extra questions, you can always send me questions too later. And the same with everybody else. Like, don't get overwhelmed, or if you feel like you're not keeping up or anything. We're all here to help each other. So, okay, so we'll move on from that. That's pretty easy. The next thing I want to do, because I saved them and they came up this time for everybody. So I want to go to your memories on Facebook, and you're gonna find it up here. Oh, my glare! I should have shut my blinds behind me. Okay, so you're gonna push this, those 3 lines right there, and then you're gonna scroll down in here to memories. My big fingers. Okay. So now you have all of your memories coming up. And these are always good. You can find some things in here, like from last year and stuff. But anyway, what I want to get down to is the ones down at the bottom, your friendversaries. So these are all people that you became friends with either like a year ago, 2 years ago, and I actually have a lot of them today. So what I want you to do here is I want you to go send each one of your friends. So it'll be in your memories, and see all your friends down here. I want you to go send each one of your friends a message, and just like send the wave or whatever. And then I want you to say, hey, I just wanted to connect with you and say happy friendversary, LOL. Or I see it's our 1 year friendversary. I just wanted to drop in and say hi. So do that. And some of you might not have any, and that's okay. Like, there's some days that I don't have any, so you would just skip that part. But if you do have any of those, because I'll be honest, some of these names I'm like a little embarrassed that I might have forgot somebody a long time ago. So it's just a great way to reconnect with them. It's a great way to get them back into your messenger. It's a great way to get them back into your news feed, because then they're probably going to see your message pop up, and they're probably going to go click in your news feed, like, who is this girl, or what's this girl been up to? Because if I haven't been talking to them, they probably haven't been talking to me. So it's just a good way to reconnect with some. And then it's also like a good way to just let them know that you haven't forgot about them and things. So, okay, so let's go pop into our friendversaries and just say hi. On my one, I just put, hey there, just wanted to drop in and say hi on our friendversary, LOL. Hope you're having a great day. Then when you're done with those, just drop back in and say done. Okay, so everybody done with that? We can move on. So while we're still in this part in our Facebook or whatever, let's go ahead and click on, so you're still going to be, you click your 3 lines up there at the top, and then we're going to go to events, and we're going to do our birthdays. And sometimes it's good, you want to do the birthday on the day, but even if you're like a day behind and you didn't do your birthdays yesterday, today's a great way to go into Messenger and personally, so go into Messenger and personally say happy birthday to them, wish them a great day. And if you skipped their birthday yesterday, say, hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday, or happy belated birthday, hope you had a great day. Then you can post on their wall and also go into their Messenger and make it a little more personal when you're in their Messenger, instead of just posting on their wall, because they probably got like 100 birthday comments, right? So they might have just not even seen your name. But when you go into their Messenger, they'll more than likely notice. So go to events, and then you're going to go to calendar, and then you're going to push on today, which is the 19th, and then just go tell your birthdays happy birthday. Like I said, post on their wall, and then also go into their Messenger. Super simple. Facebook already types it out for you too. You don't even, you can, but if you push on that happy birthday, that's all it's going to say. So you can always add something else or just type out your own. And I always find somebody in my birthday list that I haven't connected with for a long time. So birthdays are a great way to reconnect as well. Okay, so when you're done with that, come back and comment done. Looks like some people are already saying done. I have like 2 Facebook accounts, so I go do it on both of them. And if you're waiting, if we're just waiting a couple minutes, if you're already done with your birthdays and stuff, type that True Power Hour, that hashtag True Power Hour, and go comment on some of the interactive posts that we did. Ooh, and this one has me stomped. With my first name, I've got to tell me something that makes you happy. Well, I'm gonna have to come back to that one. Okay. All right. Looks like everybody's finishing up with their birthdays. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to do, and you guys probably already do this, and maybe you've already done it this morning, or to go to my right story, we're gonna go into our Facebook stories. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to find, and because this will get them, so then you can start a poll. So I'm just gonna find in one of my picture things. Well, I did it over here, so let's find a before and after, or you can do, I should have already had this one picked out. Okay, so find a before and after, all right? And then you're gonna push on stickers up here at the top. And now you're in your Facebook stories. So push on stickers and then poll. So we're gonna create a poll. So the question that you can ask is, so I'm gonna put Fat Blaster does it again. So I just put Fat Blaster does it again, and then I just put some flames behind it, and then you can press on the yes and the no, and instead of it just being yes or no, I'm gonna put tell me more, and then on the other, on no, I'm gonna put show me how. Then you just hit done, and then you can move that around wherever you want. I'm gonna put mine up at the top only because I have words down on my picture. And then I'm gonna put some effects around that just to make it a little, there we go. And then just put share story. So then you will get people reading your stories, and some might interact. So you got to remember also what you posted on your stories. So when you get just, because in your messenger, you're just going to get something pop up and you're going to be like, what was that for? But then you're going to remember, it'll say replying to your story. So you want to see what they've replied to. And then you can also see like who's watching.
Come on, Adderall.
You can see who's watching your stories and things, and you can, and if they aren't commenting to you and stuff, write their names down. And that's a good way to get them on your list. You don't have to message them that day that they watched your story, but you want to write their name down and add them to like your list of people and your list of leads, prospects, or there won't be a prospect with a lead and stuff. And then later on you can connect with them. Then go over to like their Facebook or whatnot, maybe comment on some of their things. And then that's a good way for them to get them to start seeing your things, and then even send them a friend requests. Yep. What do you want me to repeat, Brenda? So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do your Facebook story. Yep. Okay. So you're just going to find like a before and after, and I'll help you with that because I think I've given you a few. So you can use one of the before and afters that I've given you. And you're going to go to your stories. So you're going to push on add story. And then you're going to find that before and after in your photos. Okay, because I don't know what I have in my photos. And then you're gonna push on that, just your before and after. Okay, and then up here you're gonna push on stickers. So push on stickers, and then you will push on poll. P-O-L-L. And then it's gonna pop up like that. I'll show you later, Brenda. I'll show you how to do the Facebook stories if you're not finding it. It's on the front face of your Facebook. And then you'll just ask that question. You'll just put something like another success with the Fat Blaster. And then you can leave the yes and no, or you can change it to show me how, tell me more, message me. You can put anything you want in there. Okay. Yep, and we'll do that. And then when we meet up next week, we can do some stuff together too. Okay. Everybody got those done? So now what I want to do is let's go in. So everybody should have like a customer group, right? Have your own, or you share one, or whatever it may be. So let's go into our customer group and let's find something to post. So you can find something like, and let's find like a vitamin. You can post about the Renew. You can post a testimony. Post an interactive, positive, or not interactive post. Don't do an interactive post in your customer group, but you can do like a testimony, the oils, something about the shakes. Just go find a product, or then also you can just put a positive quote. So go find something to post, and let's post something positive in our customer group. And then while you're in your customer group, after you make your post, go find 10 posts to comment on.
No, it's quit.
Just if it's like a testimony, put way to go. Something about heart and hydration, tell them why you like heart and hydration. Just find after you've made your own post, go post on 10 different posts or go comment on 10 different posts in your customer group. You making posts every day in your customer group is super important. You people, so your customers will see you interacting in the group. So it's just really important for you to be involved and be active in your customer group, not only just to inspire and motivate others, but also your customers are seeing everything that you post and that you're excited and motivated as well. And then when you finish up with that, just come back here and comment. And these are things that should be on your DMO. So if you don't have a DMO or don't know what a DMO is, that's a daily method of operation. So it's kind of like your schedule. So it's still very important, even though you're working at home or from your car or wherever you're working, it's still really important for you to have a schedule that you go by. And even if you have another job that you're doing, if this isn't solely what you do, you need to have a DMO. You need to have something set in place for you to follow every day. Most people do. Like, I have to say, it's really, really, really helped me. It helps me stay on task. It helps me get things finished every single day. It helps me not get as overwhelmed. So it's really important for you to have a DMO and to follow that DMO every day. Whether you get it all done in the morning, I do mine sporadically throughout the whole day. Maybe you have to go to work in the morning, so maybe you need to do some things like a half an hour before you go into work, and then you have a lunch break that you can check on messages, and then in the evening you have to wait until after dinner time and stuff to do things. So whatever works for your schedule is how you want to set your DMO up, but you just want to make sure that those are the tasks that you get done before you go to bed that evening. Another thing that I do in my DMO is our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So no matter what, every day I've made a commitment to myself and to my business that I will follow my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it will get finished before I go to bed. And that is also in my DMO. That is just part of my DMO every day. And it really helps me. Stay on task and get things finished, and to where I don't feel like I'm spinning my wheels all the time. Okay, so is everybody done posting in your customer group and commenting? So Now what I want to do is for us to find like a saying in a picture. So we're going to go post in 3 yard sale groups. So these are just going to be 3 yard sale groups that are, and we're going to post in 3 yard sale groups, and we're going to join 3 new groups. And you want to find groups that are away from you. And not all just, so there are like millions and millions of Facebook groups to join. So let me find. So let's go post in 3 yard sale groups. You can just say, can you show us how to look for groups? Yep, I will show you how to look for groups. So here's one that you can just put, need more energy, want to shed those extra pounds, comment I'm in below, or comment your favorite emoji below. And then you can post like a before and after, or you can post those in the comments. Just make sure when you're using your before and afters or any pictures that you might get from other places, first you want to make sure that you've done a little research on that before and after, and make sure that it is a True Vision associate. And then you also want to make sure that you're changing that picture up. Make sure you're putting a border around it, make sure you're putting a sticker on it, whatever it is, make sure that you're changing that picture up so that you don't go to Facebook jail, and that you don't send that other person's picture like to spam to where they can never use their own picture. So that's just super important as well, is just to make sure that you're changing that up. And then I also, another thing that I do when I'm posting before and afters, you want to make sure that it's not tagging that person if you're not using your own before and after, you want to make sure that it's not tagging the person's that's in the picture. So because you just want it to be your personal post that you're working on, and you don't want the other person tagged, because if they're tagged, then they're going to get all the comments and everything as well. Okay, so, and then if you're not done posting in your 3 yard sale groups, now we can go find some yard sale groups. What I do, it's really easy. You can, if you run a lot of times, so my husband, when we go places, my husband drives, I'm usually in the passenger seat. So I'll even write down, you pass all those names on the roads, or cities or whatever. So I type all those, I save all those. When I'm watching TV, you know, it usually pops up like the city and state, like whatever show you're watching. I watch a lot of, I don't know what the shows are called, like Real Housewives or HGTV or DIY or whatever. So it always pops up with the city and state. So I have a little notebook that I always write down those cities and states. And because you don't have to search it by city and state, you can break those both up, right? So you just go up into the search bar and type, there we go. So I just typed Cary, like C-A-R-E-Y. And then it pulls up, so you can just stop with that and it'll pull up a list of like Cary. So it has Cary, Ohio garage sale site. Or I'll type Cary, buy and sell. And then it just pops up with all of these. Now, make sure that you're not going and just clicking like 20 yard sale groups to join at one time, because you can go to Facebook jail. So I just do a couple, and then you don't want to be like in, if Cary has like 5 garage sale sites, you don't want to be in all 5 of those anyway. Just pick a couple and then go to a different name. So Cary, so you put Cary, buy, sell, trade, Cary, yard sale, Cary, garage sale. You'll get a whole bunch of things that come up. And then you just do a different name, Bluffton yard sale. So I just did Bluffton yard sale, and then you just get all these options that come up and just join a couple. I just recommend joining like 5 at a time. You don't really want to go, and don't push too fast and don't push too many. And also when you're posting in yard sale groups, don't post in too many at once, and don't post, just don't copy and paste too fast. I would actually like change it up when you're in there. Like change up the words, change up the emojis, things like that, so that Facebook doesn't like take you as a robot, or that you're spamming people. Okay, so we posted in our 5 yard sales. Now what I want to do is go and we posted in 3 yard sales, sorry, and we joined 3 yard sales, right? So now let's go over to some of our interactive groups, our common interest groups. And those are different from your yard sale groups. And then also, I do want to just remind you too, your yard sale groups, don't just use them for just posting. You want to go in and interact on some of those. Excuse me. You want to go in and interact on some of those posts in your yard sale groups. Because the way that was explained to me is that if you're just going in there and posting, they're not really going to see your posts. You kind of have to be interactive in those groups as well. And then another thing with yard sale groups, it's really important that you're not posting in the same ones every single day or every single week. So write down the group that you just posted in and put that on your list for Thursday the 19th. And then just make sure that you don't post. I wouldn't post in that group again until like next month. So stay, you know, go to a new group. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there and went backwards. But those are just a little like helpful tips that I have. So next, let's go to our like common interest groups. So something that you have in common, something that you have that you like to do. Like some people like to do quilting. Some people really like plants. I like antiques. There's some, you know, get into some exercise ones. There's dog and pets and cats and kids groups, moms groups. I heard some of those like get really, I don't know. Those ones I try not to get too, I don't put my opinion in there too much. But so let's go into a couple of our common interest groups, and let's go make a couple comments. Try to pick about five posts of somebody's to interact on and comment and give them a compliment, ask them, you know, ask a question. Try to make it to where you start interacting back and forth with some people. This is where you're wanting to find, you're not just wanting to go in there and just be silent, or you're not wanting to go in there and just, you want to try to find people to interact with in there. Because then you can always be like, hey, can I send you a friend request? Or, you know, and you're not sending them a friend request to sell them your product or whatever. You're just sending them a friend request to get them on your page, get them watching you, get them looking at you. You're building a relationship with them. So not everything is all about buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. Like, it's really important to build relationships with people. So let's go find 3 of our common interest groups. Let's comment and interact on at least 3 posts, 5 if you can. And then you can even make a post in there about something. Like if it's your plant, you know, ask a question on with the weather changing, you know, how do you take care of this kind of plant? Do you have to bring this plant inside? Things like that. If it's something about your dog, maybe you already know the answer to the question, and that's okay. Just post it. Like, it doesn't have to be a question that you know, that you don't know the answer to. You might already know the answer. They don't know that you don't know the answer, but you're making friends. You're building relationships. So go do that. And then when you're done, comment back here. And if you have any questions, and if anybody has any ideas about some more like common interest groups, you can always type them out over here to give other people ideas. You can, you know, Christmas is coming up. You can, there's probably holidays, there's Walt Disney ones, there's vacation ones, you know, there's all kinds of things. All you have to do is just whatever's on your mind, just put it in your search bar on Facebook and it's gonna pull up. Like my phone is probably gonna have like a bunch of crazy things pop up in my newsfeed just for the things that I've been talking about today. It's super weird. Like that's weird how Facebook tracks all of our stuff. But yeah, so it's really easy to find new groups and things. So you want to start finding like new friends too. And if you're not having much luck with the Facebook groups, find some new friends, find, yay, good, I hope it works. Find, you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. This is a really good time for events. Like craft shows, fair, or not fairs, the fairs are kind of over, but craft shows, Christmas events. Go up to your local hospital, ask them when they're having a health and wellness event. Usually go to, you know, there's some kind of like antique things going on, and those aren't just for antiques. Those are vendors and shows that have like a wide variety of everything. Like there's a lady there that sells knives, there's a guy there that sells mustard, there's a guy, you know, you can pay like 20 bucks and get a booth, set up a table, and you can stand there for the weekend and interact with all kinds of people. I mean, that's a good way. You just set up your event. It doesn't have to be like a whole like a bunch of stuff. So like if you don't have a bunch of product on hand, that's okay. Just set up what you have a couple of trials on hand, make sure that you have internet, you know, your phone there. You want to have some business cards, a piece of paper and a pen. That works well too. You're just like, you're connecting with these people, you're getting their name, you're getting their phone number, and have like some kind of raffle. People love raffles. Just have them fill out a ticket and boom, you've got their name, phone number, and email right there on that ticket, right? You're going to tell them that you're going to contact them when you do the drawing at the end of the month or something. So that's a good way. So events are a good way to connect with people. I have like an opportunity meeting at my house every single month. For the most part, like I was like, okay, well, if people show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. But for every month, I've had like at least there's been 1 or 2 new guests. I mean, or more, but at least 1 or 2. So that's 1 or 2 more people that you're connecting with every month, right? So and if if you have somebody that's around you that's, you know, like on your team or whatever, and they bring the guests, and then and then you have a couple other people sitting there and they tell the testimony, then they see that it's just not you telling them the story, and they get to see, you know, products and stuff. So the opportunity meetings at my house every month have been really working, and it's just a nice way too to get people in your community. Another thing that I started doing is so there's this gym or whatever. I don't really do the gym thing, but I've been doing the pound class. And so I know like a bunch of people in the pound class, right? But at least I've gotten 3 of them to order the product now. And I didn't even know the third person or talk to the third person, but the first person that ordered told the second person, right? So I had Dawn that told Lori, and then Lori the other night went over and told Brenda, Brenda, a different Brenda, but went over and told Brenda, you know, was like, hey, this is the girl I was telling you about that does that true. I mean, so you just have to put yourself out there in different spots and different places sometimes. Like I did not want to show up at that pound class Tuesday because I was already really sore from Sunday, right? But I went ahead and went. And then that's when that one lady was there, and then Lori was like, hey, this is that lady that does the True that I was telling you about. And so then right away, she accepted my friend request right after, class, and then she placed an order. So you just have to get yourself out of your comfort zones and put yourself in, find different things to go do. And it's probably things that I don't know. I probably would have never been doing that pound class, but I see this girl posting about it all the time. So I was like, why not show up? And I didn't show up to sell my product, but it just worked out like that, right? So I showed up to get the exercise because it's super, super important to be a product of our product. And it's important for us. We're in a health and wellness company. We should be doing the things that we're telling our customers to do. So instead of me sitting on the couch that day, I made it a priority to get out and go to that pound class, even though I probably sit here and, not go. And because I feel uncomfortable, I'm super uncoordinated, but I stand in the back of the class and I don't care if I'm not in rhythm with the other girls, but I was getting my moves on too, and that's what's important. So before I let you guys go, I wanted to make our a post on our wall again. Like this one, you can make it, let's just go post something like about our product. You can post a testimony, something about the Belly Blaster, if you guys want to. So, and then at the end, of course, hashtag it True Power Hour, and then we'll go comment on everybody's, and we'll just make a comment. So it can be a testimony, it can be about the product, it can be about the Simply Clean, maybe just something that you're doing today. So we're just gonna go post on our wall real quick and hashtag it at the bottom, True Power Hour, and then we will comment on each other's. Okay, and then we can search the True Power Hour and we can go comment on everybody's. And if we run out of time, see, what time is it? So I just wanted, so it is getting, it's middle of the month, getting close to the end of the month. So I wanted to talk about just a couple reports to pull in your back office that I think are super important. I do these all the time. I do them, I like just try to stay on top of your reports. Corporate gives us some that are already created for us, and they've come a long way. These reports are amazing. So one of the reports that I like to pull and then I contact is ordered last month, not this month. So that's a really super important report to be pulling, and you want to start reaching out. I try to just reach out to my level ones. If I do have like a level 2, like if I know that their direct upline or whatever is not working, then I can reach out. I'll reach out to them too. But I will also reach out to like my downline and be like, hey, did you pull over your report? Did you go message, you know, so and so? Because that's your downline should be like doing the same reports that you're doing. So anyway, I like to do that with my level ones. So ordered last month, not this month. And then I just drop in on them. Hey, how are you doing? I try to offer them any incentives that we have going on or any specials or anything like that. So that's a really important report. Another one is semi-active. This is a good one to, if they've only ordered like 39 PV or something like that, I like to touch base with them and try to get them to order something else and let them know, because usually all of my contests, you have to have at least 75 PV to be entered into. When the new enhancements come out, I'm sure, you know, things of that nature will change, but that's a very good report to pull. And then the failed orders or failed smart ships. I have so many people, so like when this happens and I find them on that report, I have so many people that when I message them, they had no idea that their smart ship even failed, and they were so happy that I contacted them because their card just expired. That's all it was, or maybe a bill hit at a different time or whatnot. But usually, for the most part, those people are always like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, yes, let me get my order placed. So that's a really important report to pull as well. Okay. So, and then of course your rank advancement reports or progress rank is really important too, because then you want to help keep track of your downline and who's close to ranking, who's not. And then if they're getting really close to ranking or in the middle of the month, or, you know, it's just reach out to them, ask them what they need. Do they, you know, how are they doing? What do they need help with this month? So those are just a few of the reports that I like to pull and keep track of things every month. There's a couple others, but those are good, really good ones. So that, I had a couple more things on my list, but it is our hour. I think it's been about an hour, and I don't want to keep you guys in the middle of your afternoon. So I really appreciate everybody jumping on, and I hope that I was threw out a little bit of nuggets there, or just went over some that we already knew, but maybe we forgot about. If anybody has any questions, feel free, you can unmute yourself, ask them over there. But then that's it, guys. So it was really nice talking to you this afternoon, and I'll see some of you really soon. And yep, so everybody have a great day. You're welcome, Eula. So now I gotta find out how to end this meeting.